Hello and welcome back to our Bannerlord challenge, and I've actually noticed something. I'm not entirely sure whether this was always available, because I don't know, if I seem to maybe blank out whenever I go into this Fourberie menu, just because there are so many amazing options, and well, the one that I'm looking at right now is grayed out, and I'm looking at this one at the top here. Deprive the gang leaders of their territories to move in. And I'm actually thinking, hey, you know what? That might be very, very cool. However, does it matter? Not really, because I can literally just go straight on in here and do this, and I don't have to go and clear out all of the alleyways and all that stuff. But I'm actually thinking that maybe, just maybe, we're gonna do something about that in the future. Maybe we'll, go to a new town or something, and if they don't particularly have a lot of reinforcement in that section of the town, then we might try to take it over just by doing that. So we don't even need to get relation with them. We don't need to do anything like that. So in other words, we wouldn't need relation with this guy. I could just go straight on in. And if he had, I don't know, 5 people in the clearing, and this fellow only had about 10, total, maybe 15 total in the back streets and the waterfront, then that would make a huge difference to the speed at which we are able to move into towns. And so I'm thinking, you know what, let's see that. Let's see that in the future. Let's see whether we can actually make that work. Because I'm kind of a bit intrigued as to whether we can actually do that. I think that would be quite fun. So let's see if I can actually just do some damage here. As you can see, we're not doing too badly. Nice damage on the head there. Armor is pretty low too, so pretty happy with this, and there you go. That was easy enough, wasn't it? Yeah, very easy, sir. Alright, fantastic. Now, hopefully, yep, we're just going to say relation is important. And now that was a good fight. Well done, partner. Ah, yes, very good. Okay, so technically I can buy his tannery if I want to, but I'm not going to do that. And there you go. So we now have his assistance in Pen Cannock. I'm surprised that we actually didn't have that before. I can only assume that I may have failed it, or something along those lines, something embarrassing like that. But now we have the entirety of Botanian territory under our, well, I was going to say Iron Fist, but it's not really like that, because, let's face it, we're still not exactly the most powerful thing in the world. So, we're still, growing, we're growing, and hopefully our power will be, something to be reckoned with in due time. Anyway, this is what is currently going on here. As you can see, we do have... Wait a minute. Yeah, there's Pen Cannock. Okay. Did we already have that? Did I actually already have that? And now I'm just, thinking that we didn't or did, or... I don't even know. I don't even know right now. Anyway, I have 0 criminal rating in Botanian territory. So we're going to pay nothing at all. And that's going to give me... That's not even going to give me that much. Hilariously enough. That is really not going to give me that much. Anyway, I can basically go for some more workers in the gambling den right there. And we can actually just start increasing these other things as well. I mean, technically I could go for some more smugglers. I guess we'll just go for a bunch more smugglers. I don't know whether that makes any difference, to be honest. But someone actually told me... Let me actually see if I go to my comments here. Ah, yes. Someone told me that if I get bandits or bandit factions, it doesn't really matter which faction, I suppose, but we're obviously concentrating on forest bandits at the moment. So let's say that we were going to get a massive amount of, I don't know, forest bandit strength or something like that. If I do that, then bandits are actually going to start doing stuff. They're going to start coming out with bandit parties, and they're going to raid things. They're going to raid villages, they're going to raid caravans, and it's going to be all kinds of craziness. So I'm actually very much wanting to do that if we can. So that means going out. Oh yes, that means going out of our comfort zone and trying to eliminate a couple of enemy vassals potentially, or actually maybe even some caravans. Because caravans in general are obviously fine. They carry a lot of loot. We can actually fight them reasonably easily. And while we are not going to get to take them prisoner or anything like that, it is maybe a good idea. Anyway, this guy's moving at 5.8, which is much, much faster than us. But thankfully, I move faster than I move faster than them in the forest, which is actually amazing. Okay, I'm interested in trading, sir. And you know the reason why I'm interested in trading, don't you? Yes, because I actually have these two-handed swords right here, sir. All right, that's actually fantastic. I'm gonna probably buy all of his stuff. Not sure. Is it? Yeah, I think it's actually good, right? It is actually good for me to do this. I think so. And should we buy some horses from him as well? I actually don't know. Let's buy 10. And there we go. All right, so that's fine. And then we're going to attack him. Obviously, we're already at war against the Vlandians, so it doesn't really make much difference to me right now. Let's just take a quick look at my skills. Okay, we have a person that actually needs to level up. And we also have Hasawa with a bunch of charm skill here. Let's go for oratory, I suppose. Eilina also needs to spec into something. Doesn't really matter either way here. Unfortunately, I don't think it really makes any difference. This is actually really, really good, but unlikely I'm going to be using him at any time. Frugal is also pretty decent. I realize that I've been a bit slack in regards to actually leveling up my forces, but most of these perks are not going to make any difference whatsoever to their effectiveness as far as I'm aware. So me doing this right now or whenever, it shouldn't really make much sense. Doctor's Oath is something that someone said that I should really get, because this is amazing. Because as you can see, increases potential prisoners, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I really want sledges because decrease wounded party speed penalty by 50%. That's always amazing in my opinion, but Doctor's Oath obviously being able to take more prisoners for a bandit who relies on ransoms and so on and so forth, you know, giving people to the forest bandit hideouts and basically anyone that you can, that is really, really useful. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. And I guess we'll just go for know-how here as well. And there we have it. All right, so there we go. We did all the perks, and now we can head on in. All right, so someone's been telling me that I should be changing my captains around. All right, so I'm going to change my captains around. I literally have 4 cavalry, which is well, not the greatest, right? Not the greatest. So, yeah, wait a minute. Let me just do something right quick. Let's just do this, do this, and then do this. There we go. All right, are you happy? Hopefully you're happy now. Anyway, we're going to move on here, and we'll see what we can do. Bear in mind that many of my companions at the moment do not have the required perks that are going to actually give these people any benefits whatsoever, which is going to be a little bit sad for the moment. But hopefully in due time, we're going to be able to maybe provide our medic maybe with a bow or maybe with a crossbow or something like that, so that we can actually get a couple of ranged skills. Because of course, if we do give her a bow, she's going to be able to hopefully provide some nice perk bonuses to the archers. But as it stands right now, we don't really have anything like that, which is a bit sad. But, you know, can't really do much about that right now. We're just going to hopefully be able to take a couple of these people out, and maybe actually, you know what, should I just get my mace out? It may be a good idea to get a mace out. And also, by the way, I should probably be using a sledgehammer right now. All things considered, I should probably be using one of those little mallets, you know, it's kind of like a croquet mallet or something like that. I should probably be using one of those, to be honest, because that's actually going to make a significant difference to the amount of prisoners that we can take. And it is a large two-handed weapon, however, so it is going to make things maybe a bit more difficult for me, because I'm obviously much used to using a polearm at the moment. Spear seems to be doing a pretty nice amount of damage, all things considered, so I'm kind of, I'm a bit in two minds about it. But look at this, Doctor's Oath is coming in mighty handy. Look at that, 23 prisoners for us right there, very nice. And we can also level up a bunch of people too. I need Veterans Respect. So the problem with that, there's my two-handed swords, by the way. But yeah, the problem with this... Oh, look, there's a new spear. Nice. Okay, yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, as I was getting myself completely distracted over and over by a wonderful new weapon. Yeah, maybe a sledgehammer is actually going to be kind of useful. And we're also going to be leveling up our roguery skill now. So that's obviously going to be super nice. So, let's take a look. Am I at 275? Yes, I am indeed. Oh yeah. Alright, this is going to be incredibly good. So as you can see right now, we have Battle Loot at 70%, which is our base value. And then Rogue Extraordinaire is giving us another, well, it's every skill point. So it's giving us another 83%. In other words, we have 153% increased loot. Yes, that is amazing. I absolutely love that. So now, what do we want to spec into? Well, I really want to get leadership up as fast as possible, but the problem with leveling leadership right now is that I cannot form an army until I become a vassal or until I create my own faction. And that's a problem in many, many different ways. So, not sure if I'm going to be able to do that at any time, that soon, at the very least. Smithing doesn't seem to be really necessary at the moment. I am going to be attempting to level up my roguery some more, but you can see here that we're basically done with that. I don't think we really need to go too hard on it any further, but I will like to level my vigor up a little bit more as well because, well, as I said, I'd like to maybe use a two-handed sledgehammer, maybe. I'm not entirely sure about it just yet because, as I say, it is a little bit, you know, it's a little bit tricky to make it work. Anyway, I could ransom my prisoners right here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm actually just going to go into the tournament. That's why I came over here actually, because I wanted to do the tournament real fast. We're just going to go straight on in here. I don't really care too much about. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, I don't really care too much about the reward or anything like that. I just want to use my thrown weapons. I really, really love using thrown weapons in tournaments, actually. I think they're super fun. If I can actually hit with them. Ah, okay. Can I? No, I hit one of my own team, actually. That's hilarious. Okay, that happens. Oh, Dareem. Dareem was the fellow that was actually attempting to murder there the whole time. Ah, yes. The trials and tribulations of being a member of my party. Yes, indeed. Oh, we knocked him off his mount. Wonderful. And now he can actually die. I do bear in mind I have duelist. So, generally, I'm going to be able to do more damage with a one-handed as long as I don't have a shield. And, of course, I do not have a shield. So, that's very nice. Anyway, there's a javelin here. There we go. Just going to pick up one of those. See if I can maybe do some damage with it. Nice, alright. And maybe we can do a little bit more over here as well. This is actually a grand melee. I'm actually kind of surprised that we had such a big round of combat immediately here. And you can see here, look at they're all extremely low HP, as you can see. I just, well, I was going to say bonk them on the head, but I don't have a blunt weapon or anything like that. But I kind of did bonk them, I guess, because my sword is actually blunt damage. Because obviously this is a tournament. So kind of makes sense, I guess, but yes. Anyway, this guy might actually murder me because, of course, the spear rework mod actually does enable the AI to do good damage at close range. I was actually thinking on getting on a mount, to be honest, but I was actually hoping this fellow would just be a little bit less annoying, but apparently no, he wants to be full annoying. So let me just see if I can do something with him right now. I'm just going to cut him off. There we go. Just cut him off straight away. Okay. Apparently he wants to have a merry dance around here. That's very interesting for him. He got absolutely murdered. That was too funny. It was literally like, oh yes, I'm just going to run around in circles and then eventually die. And that's what he did. Yeah, that was wonderful. Anyway, this fellow is actually beating me in terms of speed, so I've got to be a bit careful on that. So I can only hope that he's just going to, just going to continue attacking me like that. That is wonderful. Whenever that happens, I am always very, very thankful for it, to be honest, because they literally will just get themselves killed, basically, which is real nice. Can I? Yes, there we go. And can I actually do a little bit of something here? So what I'm actually going to do after this tournament is I'm going to think about if I can actually send a vassal, or should we say send a messenger to become a vassal. And I'm hopeful that maybe I'll be able to do that. I'm hopeful that maybe I'll be able to join the Battanians, potentially. Something along those lines would be the most advantageous for us, because if obviously we become a vassal of the Battanians, we already have, territory conquered there. It's kind of good. And then I can actually make probably Dareem or something like that into a party leader. And then because he's a party leader, I can just call him for free into my army. And then it's going to be super easy for us to level up leadership. Or at least it should be. Or, all things going to plan at least. Because, of course, if you think about it, we may not even be able to become a vassal, which is going to be very, very problematic. But there you go. Anyway, 10 renown for us right there, as well as a bunch of other stuff. But I don't really care about the money that much. And I'd actually like to check out the leaderboard, to be honest, because while I'm not actually going for the leaderboard right now... Oh, wow. Are we really that far? Did we... Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss my name right now? Where am I? I must be... Oh, there I am. I'm 10th. I'm 10th. Okay, that's actually not even entirely bad, but I need another 21 wins. Yeah, might be a little bit too, you know, a little bit too much time investment right there, but yeah, maybe at some point I'll just do a bunch of tournaments off screen or something like that, just to kind of pump that up a little bit, because I wouldn't mind getting the #1. It does give you a pretty significant, as far as I'm aware at least, pretty significant amount of renown contributed to your overall, over time at least. So I thought, hey, you know what? Maybe that would be an idea. Maybe it would be. Anyway, I'm seeing a bunch of vassals right here, but I'm not really thinking that I'll attack them right now, because I do have 21 prisoners, and I would love to be able to put those into my forest bandit hideout, at least for the moment. I'm going to think about if I should send something to King Wait a minute. Is it not really... Oh, okay. I thought it was King Caladog, but apparently his title doesn't matter. No, apparently I don't, you know, he's not listed as king in the encyclopedia, which is rather amusing. Oh, wow, he was actually really close by, apparently, as well. All right, hello there, sir. I would like to enter your service. Yes. Your clan is at war with factions that Britannia is not hostile. Ooh. Right. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so that means that I need to send a message to Derthart here. He's obviously going to be really pleased to hear from me. And I also need to send one to Ragnar, right? Because... Wait, this is not the guy. Who's the guy that leads... Oh, no, wait, no. It's Garios, actually. Never mind. I thought we were at war against the Sturgians for some reason. Okay. Yeah, oh, never mind. He's a fugitive and doesn't want to be found. Okay, so now I'm a little bit worried about this, because if I can't find him, we might have some issues. Yes, we might have some issues. Okay, well, let me actually just have a quick look here. Can I send a messenger to someone else? Maybe this guy? Maybe I can speak to him, and then maybe I can ask him where his father or clan leader is or something like that. Ah, here we go. Oh, okay. Aha. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so apparently the messenger is denied access to the keep, but can try to bribe the guards. It would cost him 3,000. Alright, yeah, sure, that's absolutely fine. I don't mind doing that. Hello there, Mr. Derthart. I would like to make peace with you. Alright, so how much... You want all of my money and every single bit of my loot. That is very funny. You are a very funny individual, sir. Okay, so I will not be able to become a vassal, as you can quite clearly tell, with the Britannians. I might get a little bit luckier with the Western Empire, maybe. Maybe I would get a little bit luckier with them. Hello there, sir. I'm not actually looking to fight. Wait a minute. Did you attack me just now? You did, you absolute imbecile, because I have a bunch of forest bandits nearby to me, as you can see, and now we've just gained a huge amount of a huge amount of additional people. All right, this is actually fantastic. Okay, so yeah, let's do this then. If he wanted to do this, I think this is a really bad idea for him to do it, but you know, what can I say? What can I say? Okay, so larger shield protection. I don't have a shield actually. Yeah, I guess larger shield protection, even though I don't have one. All right, yeah, anyway, let's do this. Okay, so it's basically a pure bandit army doing battle against a vassal army. And that is not great. Let's just say that, not great. Gonna just put my people in kind of like a loose formation. I would like to spread them out if I can. Can I... There we go. I can actually... it's such a... You know, it is such a pain to actually move the formations around. There we go. Can I actually do it like this? There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better, but not perfect. Let's just say that, yes. Okay, so let's move these guys around here. There we go. Okay. So, I'm at full HP. Hopefully we're going to be fine. Obviously, we don't really have the ability to go onto a hilltop or anything like that. I was actually kind of hoping that there would be something like that, but of course, there isn't. And so we're going to have to now do something a little bit drastic here. Maybe I'm going to be able to tackle a couple of these enemies straight off the bat. I'm probably going to use my thrown weapon here. Okay, I took out someone's horse. Okay, yeah, that's not exactly great. Oh, killed that Vlandian Banner Knight. That was perfect. Okay, that guy had a shield, as you might expect. Really, really want to level up my thrown weapon skill as well, because getting Impale is going to basically reduce the chances of me having problems like that, where everything is just completely blocked by shields. So it would be wonderful if we could do that. Let's just kill that guy. This guy is right here. Ah, yeah, he's being annoying, as you might expect. Are they actually running right now? Okay, that is kind of weird. I'm really surprised that they would actually be running away right here. I wouldn't have expected them to do this in a million years. I would have thought to myself, no, they're just going to commit 100%, and that commit is going to just murder us completely. But no. They actually seem to be getting destroyed in many, many different ways. I'm not entirely sure how that is even happening, but okay. Because they had a bunch of cavalry, right? They had a bunch of cavalry, so I was wholeheartedly assuming that we were going to have some problems. Oh, he's gone. He's out of there. There you go. He's been taken down. And the enemy apparently is just completely running. I thought they might be skirmishing or something like that, potentially. But no, they are just completely retreating away from here. It seems like, at least. And I kind of want to get my mace out and get a couple more prisoners. But my mace is, as I said to you before, extremely short range, and it's not gonna really do much unless I get super close. And as you can see, it puts me in a bit of a dangerous situation, and being able to capture some of these guys is not exactly the most valuable thing that we can do. But I guess it's better than nothing, right? Is it better than nothing? I don't know. Maybe it's not even worth it. But yeah, anyway, I've told my people to charge in now, so hopefully we're gonna start seeing a couple of my own people in the area. And they're going to come and help me. As you can see, my archers are slowly creeping up. I'd like to eliminate these guys if I can, but they're very difficult. Okay, well, this is not working. Can I get a nice little hit? Yeah, there we go. Oh, a Botanian Fian champion. Yes. Can I have more of that? Yes, there's another one. Fantastic. All right, so we're now done. As you can see, it's now officially given the retreat order from the AI. And we're out of there. Alright, that actually went surprisingly well. I think it most likely went well because we called a bunch of bandits to my side. Look at this, we can actually go in again against him. And we can just add insult to injury at this point. Yes. Okay, so is he actually going to run away again? Straight away? Or what is he actually going to do here? I didn't bother with any of the formations or stretching out the line or anything like that. I don't know whether we really need to do that right here. I think we can probably just go straight on in and probably do all right, you know. Probably not going to have too many difficulties. I think I will just tell my forces to charge in here as well, just so that they can continue to move into effective range. Bear in mind, they are not going to switch to melee, even though people seem to still think that they do that. But sometimes, you know, you just need to make sure that they move forward a little bit while they shoot. And now let me see here. Oh, they've not got terrible units, you know. They've not got terrible things, but they can still kill me, of course. So I need to be a bit careful here. He says as he's literally standing in the middle of them, just waiting to get bonked on the head. Yeah, that could happen, and has happened many times in the past. Let's not talk about it. Anyway, there you go. That is a wonderful victory for us. Can we actually eliminate a couple more? There we go. And we actually knocked a bunch more unconscious. So I'm going to have to take massive amounts of prisoners, including this guy. And look at this. Look at this. 53. 53 of them. Whoa. Okay. Hello. All right. So I'm going to have to be a bit... do you think I can actually take all of them and then just go straight into the Forest Bandit hideout? I might be able to. It would be wonderful if I could do that right now, because the Forest Bandit hideout is going to just be so incredibly pleased. Look, it's really close by. Do you think I can actually make it there before they all escape? I don't know. Not entirely sure what happened. Give away some prisoners. Ah, we lost a bunch. That's sad, isn't it? That's always sad when that happens, but there you go. Look at that. 1,000 strength. 1,000 strength. Straight off. That is really quite amazing. Alright, so that's exactly what we're going to do. As you can see, our criminal rating of Britannia has now increased by 40, just purely for the fact that we have boosted the forest bandits by such a significant number. We can also build a safe house here if we want to. I don't think I'm going to be doing that right here. I will just heal myself a little bit though. We can also give away some stuff too if we want to do that, but I don't think we're going to do that. And instead, I'm actually going to go over to Sionen because I would love to be able to reduce my criminal rating as quickly as I can. I think I'm going to have to sneak into these places now. Yes, as you can see. Alright, so main base, let's see what I can do here. So I'm still getting 10 points every single week, which is actually really quite amazing. And what I'm going to do... let me see now. We need to pay a high price, which is going to reduce my corruption by 10. That's not too bad. Or reduce my criminal rating by 10. That's okay, I guess. And we're just going to be leveling up logistics. It doesn't really do much, to be honest. It's kind of sad. Alright, I'm going to just level up this then, I guess. Just level up comfort in the gambling den a little bit more. As I say, I'm not sure how much we're really getting right here. We don't seem to be getting a huge amount of profit. As you can see, I'm getting 5,700, which is okay. Just from the territory and the smuggling and so on and so forth. So maybe I actually want to level up my my smuggling more, but I have 16 smugglers technically. I don't even know if that's particularly effective. As you can see, greatly increase your profit and logistics increase slightly your profit. Oh, okay. And you receive free goods in your warehouse every single day. Well, as you can quite clearly tell, I actually do not need food. I have a lot of food with me right now. Yeah, so much so in actual fact that I had to sell some beforehand. So let me actually just sell a bunch off here. Sell some grain. There we go. That's pretty much all I can do here. I can... Oh, wow, yeah. Well, that's absolutely fine. And I guess what I can do is I can actually sell some armor if I want to do that. I guess I will sell some armor. Look at that. 48,000. Yes, indeed. I will do that. Okay. That seems like a pretty good idea, doesn't it? Anyway, apart from that... I guess we should just do some more fighting, shouldn't we? We should just do some more fighting against the various Vlandians that we can. And, yeah, I don't even know what we can really do with this guy. I mean, technically I can... Well, I can execute him, but I don't think we're going to be doing that. Can I speak to him? I've decided to free you. You may go. Did I not get any relation with him? Okay, that's a bit strange. Not sure why that would be the case. But okay. I would think that he would be pretty happy about that. Oh well, never mind. Okay, hello there, sir. Our realms should make peace. Okay, how much do you want? Ooh, okay, fantastic. This guy literally doesn't want that much. So I'm going to make peace with the Western Empire. That seems fantastic. So, wait a minute. Is it just Dirthart that was actually screwing me over? Maybe? I think I need to maybe speak to someone from his clan. So, let's speak to, Oh. The guy that I just defeated is actually a part of Dirthart's clan. That is actually hilarious. Okay, alright, these guys have all been defeated or something? I can't send, oh yeah, they have all been defeated by people. That is quite funny. Okay, so let's send a messenger to Amorcon here. And let's see what happens with him. Maybe he's going to be a little bit more agreeable than Dirthart. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to make peace with him for... Yeah, for 86. Yes. Very significant amount, is it not? Okay, let's make peace with them then. I didn't really want to do this, alright? I didn't really want to do this, but it's kind of necessary, I suppose. So, otherwise, what we're going to have to do something about my, my wages here, unfortunately. So what I will have to do is I will have to lower the amount of my weekly upgrades to 11,000, I suppose. So we're only losing 6,000 every single day. So we're going to have to do that for the moment. Just for the moment. Don't worry. We're going to go back up relatively soon. But what I'm going to need to do is we're going to need to smith some more stuff. Going to need to smith some more two-handed swords or something along those lines, just to get a little bit of extra cash reasonably quickly. Is this good enough? No, we need to make something a little better than that. Something like this. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit problematic, isn't it? Okay, maybe something like that. There we are. Okay, I can make two of these. Really? Just two? Come on now. Can we do more than that? Yes, we can make more than that. There we go. Alright. So let's make a bunch of these. There we go. Okay, that's actually not bad. I think that was a pretty decent amount. Let's see how much this guy has. He only has 15,000. As you can see, I'm only making 12,000. Actually, 17,000. What? Okay, why? Oh, okay. So wait a minute. The one-handed / two-handed sword was actually 17,000. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so let's just very quickly go over to Maranath right now. As you can see, I actually have a bunch of bandits following me right here. I suppose that's because of the little fight we had against Allery, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, this is going to be a nice and simple way for us to just get some additional cash. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? Gonna have to, I'm wanting some throwing knives for Dareem right here. He's hopefully going to be using something quite nice here, so let's just do that. There we go, and we can actually get him a better weapon as well. And Yagada can also, she can basically use throwing weapons too, I guess, but she doesn't. Oh, she actually has good throwing skill. Hilarious. I had no idea. All right, so wait a minute. Lowland throwing knives are apparently the best one, so we're just going to go for those. There we go. So she's got some throwing knives too. That's fantastic. And then otherwise, yeah, we can basically just upgrade this guy with pretty much everything. Very nice. He's got some good stuff now. She's got some good stuff too, but we want to give her a bow. So I'd like to get her the noble bow, obviously, but not right now. She doesn't even have enough skill for that. I think she literally has 0, doesn't she? She has 1 in bow skill. Yes. Okay, well, there's a masterwork hunting bow right there. So I guess we're just going to give her that. She's going to get some barbed arrows. We can actually give her something a little bit better than that. And there we have it. Okay, that's going to have to do. And yeah, there we have it. All right, so that's looking pretty nice. 73,000 back up. So now we're at 90,000 once again. Pretty good, not bad. A nice little recovery for us right there, because obviously we had to make peace. And now what I can do is I can send another messenger to Mr. Caladog, and we can become a vassal of his, because of course we are now at peace with everyone, which is great. And actually that does seem like a pretty easy way to maybe gain charm skill as well. I think someone actually mentioned that in the past, where I think there was like a method that you could use to level up your charm skill really quickly. So basically what you could do is you could attack a faction, and then you could just make peace with them straight away for a really cheap price, actually, because of course you'd only be, you know, declaring war on them, you know, by attacking a villager or something like that, and then they wouldn't really hate you that much. And then you could basically pay, I don't know, 5,000 to 10,000 or something like that, maybe even cheaper than that, I don't know. But then you could, you know, get some charm skill from that. I actually don't even know if that's even a thing that you can do, but I seem to recall something like that a while ago, so I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, I would pledge allegiance to you. There we go. I am ready. Here we go. Let's become a vassal. There we are. And he's actually giving me a bunch of troops. Actually pretty decent troops, hilariously enough. So I'm happy with that. He's also giving me a... Wow, okay. He's also giving me a wonderful one-handed / two-handed sword. Obviously, I'm not actually going to be using this. I don't think. Technically, I could give it to one of my... Oh, that's actually not even better than what my... Well, actually, it might be better than what he's using, but I kind of want him to use a one-handed, I guess. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going to leave it the way that is. But that's actually kind of nice. Okay, that was nice of him. And there we go. Look, we get our little procession right here. And Mr. Caladog's looking real nice, sitting on his throne. And hopefully we're going to get one of those at some time soon. And there we go. All right, so now what we can do is we can do some wonderful things. I'm going to go over to Sionon real fast. And you are brought to the town square to face judgment. Okay, I'm gonna pay 4,000. What? Really? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's because of my criminal rating, right? It's because of my criminal rating. Okay. Well, whatever the case, doesn't really matter too much. So I'm gonna go to the main base. We're gonna get these units right here. Just gonna take them out real fast because what we want to do is we want to create a party with Darim being the leader of it, and we're basically just gonna give him all of these units. Well, not all of them, obviously. I'd like to keep the Botanian Fian and the Botanian Hero. And then we can probably give him some others like the Hillman, Highwayman. I'm trying to keep the Forest Bandits as much as possible. We can kill. Wow, we can give these, I guess. Just give 2 of those, and there we go. I actually need to give more than that, hilariously enough. So I think I'm probably going to have to do that too. So I guess some more bushwhackers and things because I need to actually give him more than 40% of his maximum company size so that he can actually join me in my army. And so now we can access the kingdom screen, and now we can create our own army, and Darim is nearby, and then we can just add him straight away, and boom, he's now with us, which is actually fantastic. Okay, so Forest Bandits, hello there, sir. Stop following me and join my party. We can actually do that. Boom, look at that. That's actually really cool. I love that. And we can actually take some prisoners too. Hilariously enough, they do seem to have prisoners. So that could actually be really, really useful. But yeah, we can actually say, I'm looking, oh, we'll lose, oh, no, you can go, I'm just going to say to them that they can go now, because I don't really want them to just, you know, waste time following me and stuff, so we're just going to do that. The Botanians are actually leaving them alone. Seems like these guys are actually leaving them alone, surprisingly enough. Okay. Oh, did I not disband them? Oh, okay, I'm actually not entirely sure how that works, to be honest. So I guess we're just gonna have to leave them following me around, even though kind of would prefer them to just do their own thing. But yeah, anyway, now that we have a little bit of extra cash, I'm actually wondering whether I want to do something else here. Not sure if I really want to. Maybe we're just gonna leave it the way it is, and we're just gonna move on and go somewhere else. We could technically start infiltrating the Vlandians if we wanted to do that. Obviously, we're not at war against anyone right now. I mean, technically we are, because we are, of course, a vassal of the Botanians now. So technically, I could actually do something by attacking the Southern Empire. So that actually might be kind of cool. No, don't give me this. I don't want it. I don't want the castle. I don't want the They gave me the castle. Yeah, I don't want the castle. I really do not want the castle. Okay, well, doesn't really matter. The only thing that we're here for is to get leadership skill. And obviously my leadership skill, as you can see, is actually already leveling up. Raise the meek or combat tips. Combat tips, in my opinion, is really, really good. But, of course, it's not actually going to be that useful for me right now because it increases the recruit level of units of the same culture with you. And I'm not recruiting anyone from the same culture as me because I am recruiting Forest Bandits. And that doesn't really apply to them as far as I'm aware. So I'm just going to get Raise the Meek instead. And that's what we're going to have to do. Alright, so I still have Forest Bandits following me, which is quite funny. But yes, anyway. Maybe, just maybe, if I am able to find another Forest Bandit hideout, I would love to be able to find another Forest Bandit hideout, if at all possible. That would be amazing. Because then any prisoners that I potentially take would be given straight away to them, which would be amazing. Anyway, let me just take a quick look. No one has actually gained any perk points. Okay, so that's good to know. This is a Kara Kurjit vassal. Might be able to do something against this guy. Yeah, I think we could. So let's see if we can actually fight him.
Stop there.
There we go. Yeah, this guy. Oh, he's not going to be too pleased about this. He is not going to be too pleased. I can technically request nearby bandits to join my side if I wanted to get these looters in on the action as well, but I don't actually think we really need that kind of assistance. Ooh, this is a nice little change that we've got going on here. We've got a nice little valley to fight in. Alright, I like it. Okay, so we're just going to ready up right here. And we're basically just going to stand here. We're just going to stand here and wait for the enemy to come to us. As you can see, there they are. They're now starting to come to us, and this is an absolute bloodbath for them, in my opinion at least, because, let's face it, I would not want to be on their side right now. I would not want to be charging into an entirety of ranged units in this way. They're just going to get pin-cushioned all across the board, and it's just going to be good damage. That's it. Just good damage across. Whoa, nice little damage right there, too. 138. Can we get some more of that, please? I did actually hit that guy, but not for enough. I took that guy off his mount. That's nice. And it seems like the enemy is being a little bit weird about things. They've just completely left their infantry in the dust, which is, I guess, what they tend to do quite often. But yeah, oh, that was a nice hit as well. Can we get some more of that, please, too? All right. Well, there's one. Yes, I love the ragdolls. As I say, I really, really love the ragdolls. They are just too funny. And especially when you're using a thrown weapon, it just propels them across the ground, and it's just super funny. Anyway, I do need to get that sledgehammer, don't I? Yeah, I do need to get that sledgehammer. I will aim to get one, and then we'll try to use it to take more and more prisoners. Because, of course, at the moment, I think that would be kind of useful, you know? Being able to take more prisoners is always useful, considering, I mean, you saw how much we actually gained from all those prisoners that we had before. We gained, what was it, 1,000, just over 1,000 in combat strength for the forest bandits. So I think that's really kind of amazing. So I think getting more of that would be really, really good. But of course, I don't know. Maybe Doctor's Oath is going to be enough. You know, maybe I don't need to take more prisoners. Although I am very far away from any forest bandit hideout right now, which is kind of sad. Because if I can get another 1,000 in combat strength for the forest bandits, that's going to mean that they're at 2,500, 2,500. And that is then going to mean that we only need 500 more, which is probably pretty easy for me to get. I can probably just buy some stuff from the nearby marketplace and just give it to them. And then we're going to be real good. You know, we're going to be real good. We're going to start seeing forest bandits raiding villages, attacking caravans, and all that wonderful stuff. Anyway, this guy is going to be my prisoner. 44 of them in actual fact. Okay, I was not expecting so many, but there you go. I like it. Okay, and we can also take a bunch of these. We get an upgraded helmet. Okay, very surprising that we got an upgraded helmet. And technically what I could also do is, now that we have the ability to basically just create money out of thin air, because technically what we could do is just continue smithing. You know, we could continue smithing. I could get a bunch of two-handed swords. Let's be very careful here. I do not want to go into two vassals like that. However, there is an army of ours nearby. He's actually besieging that. They're being a little bit tricky for us to deal with, as you can see. So not really wanting to go in there. They're waiting for this guy to take more damage so that they can head in, as you can see. Oh, never mind. Whoa, that was actually really quite surprising. Okay, wait a minute. Can I actually head in here? Yeah, technically I can. Okay, this is quite funny actually for me to even be going in here, to be honest. Okay, oh, there we go. We got another army in the distance, and I would like to maybe just do a little bit of an auto-resolve here. There we go, nice little auto-resolve. Obviously, just gaining a couple of prisoners might actually be useful to swap out some of the low tier and get the higher tier. Don't know whether high tier or anything like that makes any difference to the forest bandits, to be honest, but it's always a good idea to kind of just be careful of that kind of thing, I guess. Anyway, what is this? Forest bandits, they need to level up. Oh yeah, they do need to level up. That's going to be so incredibly fun. All right, Honoratus, what do you have, sir? Ooh, you have some very good units. Okay, this might be really, really hard for us, but he's actually running from me. Okay, he's actually running from me, so I actually don't even need to fight him, and I'd prefer not to, because obviously I am full. My prisoner's hold is now full, so the best thing that I can do right now is to literally just go back to the forest bandit hideout. And I actually wonder, you know what I'd love to see? I'm not sure if this is even possible, to be honest, but I would love to see added to the Fourberie mod. As I say, I don't know whether it's possible, but I would love to see a way for you to be able to uncover nearby hideouts in a certain area. So, for example, let's say that I wanted to uncover, you know, forest bandit hideouts nearby to Sionon, or nearby to Rote, or something like that. then maybe what I could do is I could go in there, go into the Fourberie menu, and then basically say, are there any hideouts nearby? And then it would just uncover 1 or 2 hideouts or something like that nearby to that location. Or it could just say, there are none. You know, it could just say there are none. And that would be a pretty cool thing to have. But of course, it's not necessary. It's just a nice little quality of life improvement potentially. Anyway, we're getting 630 strength from this, which is actually quite nice. As you can see, they're now at 1900, which is pretty good. And I can also give away some stuff too. So if I wanted to, I could actually give away all of this armor. Let's just see if anyone needs an upgrade. Yep, they do. Of course they do, of course. All right, there we go. And let's have a look. That gave us another 200, somewhere around there. That's actually not too bad. I basically can just leave that now, and we'll then go in for a couple more, you know, a couple more fights in the in the future. But yes, there's a ransom offer for someone here. Don't really care about that. I'm just going to pay this, and then we're just going to go and sell this person. And we're just going to gain a little bit of roguery skill from that. As you can see, my leadership skill is now at 50. I kind of want to, you know what? Can I get leadership more leveled up? I think I can just by calling some other people. But the problem with that is that I don't have enough influence, as you can see. I only have 27 influence, so I think I need to just win more battles. That's pretty much it. So anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.